Welcome to Bill Dance Saltwater. Great fun fishing that anyone can do. Yes, you can do this.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another saltwater fishing trip with Bill Dance. This week, Bill is heading back to the Sunshine State to fish the Indian River along Florida's Space Coast. Now, it's a pretty safe bet to say that Bill's three most favorite saltwater species to fish are snook, redfish, and speckled trout. And when you catch all three in one day, well, that's what Bill's dear friend and super guide Peter Deeks calls a grand slam in this part of Florida. The Indian River is home to supersized monster snook, huge redfish, and is the home to the current world record speckled trout. The fishing here is absolutely second to none. Then, add in all the things that there are to do in this area, like visiting great beaches, the Kennedy Space Center, and other fun outdoor adventures like kayaking and airboat rides make this area the perfect destination for just about anything you'd like to do. Let's join Bill and Peter as they hit the water looking for a fishing grand slam.
Peter, you grew up on this river, and you probably know it like a otter knows water. How many days a year do you guide?
Yeah, I pretty much live on this water, and I have my whole life. And right now, I probably guide close to 300 days a year, so I spend most every day out on the Indian River Lagoon. I've been doing a lot more filming the last few years, but for the most part, I guide, so it's probably 300 days a year.
I caught my biggest trout here, a 12-pounder. I've caught my biggest redfish here, one close to 50 pounds.
Right.
I've caught my biggest snook here, one well over 40 inches.
Right.
Of all the customers that come here, what particular species do most of them want to target?
Well, a lot of people like targeting the big trophy sea trout, but more and more people are wanting to catch those big snook, and that's my favorite fish to fish for. Are big snook. They're super. They're just.
Why the snook?
They're just really smart. It's like the largemouth bass of saltwater. So they have this big lateral line, so they can feel your presence. They have big eyes. They can see. They're very skittish. But we have a lot of fish, so they're really smart, kind of like a muskie, but there's a lot of them. So if you have the right tactics and techniques, you can expect to catch a lot of fish.
Get you some of that.
Oh no, he dropped it. Hold on. He'll be back.
Come on.
You dirty sucker. Get him. Oh. You just stole my fish. You seriously just stole my fish.
Your fish.
Can you see how close
I
you were to my
didn't steal
bait?
your fish.
Ah.
You get so upset.
You said this would be fun.
Ooh,
That's
look
a
at
big
that
one.
one.
That's a real big one. You're like, hey, we'll both fish. This would be so much fun. It's like old
I
times.
stole his fish.
You caught like 10 in a row. I haven't caught a fish
Oh,
yet.
look at the weight this one's putting out. Oh, that one right there looks like a plank. Oh boy, look here.
Set my pole right there.
Oh yeah, right there. Oh.
Want to grab your little fish? Yeah, he's just like a little 6.5, maybe 7. Oof. Probably 25 and a half.
Look how fat he is.
26 inches. He might go 6 pounds.
That's a big trout, boy.
He looked big out there though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
If anyone's gonna catch my trout, it can be you, Bill Dance. But you did steal him. Look how pretty that fish is, all the purple on it. Get her back in the water. He did though, he was thumping my bait. And then your bait is just swimming on by.
Oh, you cold up baby.
Bill Dance Saltwater is sponsored in part by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Quantum Rods and Reels. Quantum, performance tuned. And by Mercury Marine. Go boldly.
Today's Conditions Log is brought to you by Mercury Marine. Go boldly.
This might be the one.
You're just a trout man, so you are.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but man, he hit that thing so hard. It feels real heavy too. This is one of the ones that we came for right here. Giant trout.
You want me to take your rod?
Yeah.
All right, go under it.
Yeah, if you're fishing for trout or snook and you're fishing for the giants, you never know which one you're gonna catch. They swim together. But man, look at that big fatty.
I'd fish at 28, at least 28 inches long, you say? How much would that fish weigh?
Fat 28-inch fish is about 8 pounds. Let's get her back in.
There she goes. Big trout fight, good, especially on light tackle. What we're using Quantum smoke reels. Now this is a 30, Quantum 30. We got it spooled with Berkley X9 braid. This is a real small diameter braid. It's 9 interwoven braids, all interwoven in one. Extremely strong. And the particular rod we're using is a smoke rod. It's the length of the rod is 7'6". It's a medium heavy action rod. It's got a light tip, but a tremendous amount of backbone. Handle these fish extremely well. Oh yeah, he's a snook, a big one. Look at him. See him right on top of the water? Whoa! I gotta come all the way to the back.
This is what they do to poor Beepaw.
Boy, he is going to Miami. Look at him. He don't like that net.
If I only had like 8 more.
Look at that jump. You see that jump? Here he comes in to you right now. Surprising. Look at you. Look at it. Look at it. We're not the A-team.
Boom!
Boy. Is that not fun?
Hold up that beautiful dorsal fin.
I'll tell you what, that just... Is that not
awesome,
nice?
ain't it?
Woo!
Amazing.
That was a great fight. Another great fight.
No doubt.
Look at that. Another great fish.
Beautiful. Incredible fish. What, 2 feet of water, 1.5 feet of water?
Yeah, that's where he hit me.
Just such an awesome fish.
They're great. See ya.
You ready to go?
Yeah, let her go.
Goodbye, little snook.
Wow. Great fight.
Today's show is brought to you in part by Mako Boats, building legends for over 40 years. Gamakatsu, world's finest hooks. And by Bill Dance exclusive rods by Quantum. Today's show is sponsored in part by Berkley. Catch more fish. Garmin, bite your fish, not your fish finder. And by Mystic Lubricants, lubrication domination.
Today's equipment log is brought to you in part by Gamakatsu, because the fish of a lifetime only comes once in a lifetime.
They're a frigate bird. They never quit flying, do they?
Something like 10 months out of the year, they never set foot on dry ground.
And every bird hates them.
Yeah, they'll harass them until they drop their fish. They can't get their wings wet, so they harass the birds until they drop the fish. Hit them hard. Yeah, baby! Whoa!
Oh, you see that jump?
You are the man. These are mostly nocturnal feeders, and they eat like one giant meal, like a big ladyfish or a giant mullet. So to catch them during the day, it takes it like a different tactic and approach. And that's why it's such a difficult fish to catch, because so many people see them and they think it's a fish that they can catch, and they throw a bait to it, even good baits or live baits or even lures, and the fish just snub it. These are the biggest of the big. This isn't a school of hungry snook feeding on these mullets. They're kind of just trying to escape everybody, to get up in these little coves and these little areas away from everybody, and they just kind of rest up.
So if they swim by our bait, and our bait starts to dart away, they'll grab it.
Yep, reaction strike. If it darts away within a couple feet of his face, they eat it every time. If the bait swims towards them, or they see it kicking around far away, they won't go near it. So when your bait pulls tight on your line, like if you ever feel your bait, your fishing line is getting pulled really tight.
Right.
And that actually pulses in the water. And fish have a lateral line, and it works really similar to your ear.
And the snook's got a big lateral line.
A big lateral line, and they depend on it, and it's even colored, it's that big stripe that's following their lateral line. And when your line goes thunk, 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 they feel it. It's almost like there's a fence in the water, like a barrier fence, and they'll go away from that feel. Look at that, a Gamakatsu octopus.
Had her hooked good too, didn't we?
Perfect, right in the corner of the mouth. That's all it took.
And they mix right in with the trout too, don't they?
They do. The biggest trout and the biggest snook swim together.
Woo! What a fight.
Ooh, big old girl.
There she goes.
Swimming the wrong way. Oh, he saw it. He's going to eat it. He ate it.
Oh, good gracious. Look out there at that. Oh, what a jump. What a jump. God, what a jump.
Here.
That was worth it.
Ooh, look at him out there.
I like this little short handle net we got. Hey, look, I can reach out to Yondersville.
He did. Last time we did this, you had to wait after the fish. Now you're like, I'll get a 30-foot handle on my net.
You did that to me one time. You waited out to my fish.
Deep Paul. Keep him. Yeah, back.
I got him. Woo! I'm gonna bring him.
Another giant. Giant after giant. I got to catch that one.
Oh man, what a fish.
Oh my goodness, they get bigger and bigger every year.
I know it. When you set the hook, he just bush.
Oh,
what a beautiful. Oh, aren't they
cool.
Special? You are special. You hear me? Yes.
Check that.
You beautiful, beautiful fish. Look at that.
That's awesome.
That's over 40 inches.
Oh, for sure. That's a 44, maybe 45 inch snook.
Look how big and fat.
That's awesome.
You sweet special thing, you.
Let's get her back in the water.
Let's let her go.
The Bill Dance question and answer of the week is brought to you by Bill Dance Exclusive Rods by Quantum. Whether you're fishing for panfish, bass, catfish, or light saltwater, we have an action for you. Available at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
Is it true the barracuda is the fastest fish in saltwater? Actually, no. Biologists have a difficult time measuring the top speed of fish, but some observations have been taken, and the top speeds have been estimated and checked. Barracuda at 28 miles per hour, bonita at 40, tuna at 50, and sailfish at over 60. But a swordfish was recorded at 68 miles per hour.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Millennium Marine, the new class of comfort, and by Finn Nor, legendary tackle since 1933. Closed captioning provided by the Bill Dance Store. Check us out online.
Today's product tip is brought to you by Garmin and their GPS Map Series chart plotter sonar combos. With advanced sonar technology like Chirp and exclusive Panoptix all-seeing sonar, you'll spend less time finding your fish.
You've seen Millennium's R100 spider lock rig that sports 4 rods. What a great product. Well, take a look at the new R200 single for salt or fresh water. All aluminum construction, 360-degree base rotation, 180-degree rotation at the rod, 12 to 20 inches height adjustment, and it's ideal for mounting in tight places. Tell you what, get you some.
Come be a part of Bill Dance Digital. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Follow us.
It's Fighting Very Not Snooky. Oh, look at this funny thing. I wasn't expecting to get this little funny critter.
It's a redfish.
Just big old red. He was mixed in there with those snook and trout.
That's good. We're catching trout, redfish, and snook.
This'll be my slam.
That's right.
Slamming on the Indian River with my main man, Peepaw.
Oh, look at that red. That's a good red, too.
Heck of a slam. Giant snook, giant trout, and giant red. How did he come out of a school of snook?
I don't know. I'll take your rod.
Here we go. He's about tired out.
That is a monster red.
That sucker came out of a foot of water. Oof.
What a red.
Oh. Can you believe he was with those snooks?
No, I couldn't believe it. I thought, you kept saying, I don't know what I got. I kept thinking it was a big red.
What an awesome critter, huh?
Yes, sir.
Let's get that hook out.
Why is it you like that hook?
I love this hook. It's made by Gamakatsu. It's called an octopus. It's really a modified J-hook. You don't gut the fish because the tip's pointed in. You don't hook them deep. But it also works like a J-hook, so you can set the hook hard and fish big baits with that.
How big do you think that one? He's over 40, isn't he?
Oh, he's up there, definitely 30. Might go 40. Giant. Get him, Peepaw. He's on it. Get him again. Hard. Harder, Peepaw.
I got him.
Again!
I got it as hard as I can go.
Is it a redfish? It is, a big red.
How can you tell?
That's just salt in the water, Bill. That's your slam. Awesome job. We need to get this fish. This would be the best slam day I've ever had. Double slam on the giants.
That is the strongest doggone little red I believe. That is powerful. Right here he is.
Nice.
That little fish. That fish about beat me to my knees.
That is an important fish right there.
That's an important fish. That's my grand slam.
That's your slam today?
Yeah.
Super cool. What did you say, about 33 inches or so?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at him. About a 33-inch redfish, but man, heck of a slam. Giant trout, giant snook, and a solid red. Fishing here in the Space Coast. B. Paul.
That's it, buddy.
Get that big girl back in the water.
That was a strong little fish.
You the man. We have been very fortunate today. So like personally, I got to catch one of my biggest slams I've ever caught. So we got a redfish in the mid 40 inches. We've got a snook that was 45 inches and a trout that's
28 inches.
28, getting close to that's a pretty impressive slam.
Yeah,
the Indian River slam, it doesn't get much better than that.
Absolutely.
Well, how about that? 2 grand slams by 2 great anglers, all in one fantastic body of water, the Indian River, here along Florida's Space Coast. There's no question these 2 best friends and fantastic fishermen love what they do. And when the fishing is this good, one can certainly understand why they get so excited. Just remember, this is something you can do. Yep, you can do this.
We hope you've enjoyed Bill Dance Saltwater and learned that you can do this. Please join us right here again next week.